Here, when the heaven meets the earth, time is measured not in hour, but in the slow breath of glacier. This is the realm of extreme, where the sky is thin and the silence feeds the void. The fortress of rock and ice. For those who listen, it is a sanctuary. This is a story of life, written on the spine of the earth. A story of resilience, of fleeting beauty, of eternal dance between the sun and the snow. The legendary mountain of Himalayan, the hidden gem of the wildlife. The great thaw, spring's whisper. It begins not with a roar, but with a whisper. When through the iceland, a single drop of water, a promise of life return. When the ice reluctantly loosen its grip, and the mountains begin to bleed into the streams, the first to proclaim the change is the sleeper of the highest forest. The awakening has begun. The bear is searching for food, tempted by the ancient bull. The high meadow is waiting for awaken. A vibrant green carpet is sleeping under the snow. The hooves tremble the land. When every step is a calculated risk, every mouthful need to be fed. A prize won from the abyss. The valley of shadows, the life and death. The air thin as a prayer, life clings to cliffs of silence. This is the last breath of winter. The rhythm of survival begins. Here the breath itself is a form of courage. Here the sun burns cold. The wind is a sculpture, carving valley out of eternity. The valley of shadow, the brotherhood of wolves, the Highlander soul takers, woven into the fabric of snow and shadow, the pack, the howl, the hunt. But they are not alone. The ghost cat is here, the elusive snow leopard, the phantom of the peaks. This is the season of hunger. The wheels turn. Winter devour, spring restores, birth, death, and rebirth. This is the cycle in the highland of Himalayan. The dance of shadows, predator and prey, a sacred balance, the interwoven fates of yak, wolves, bear, and leopard. The eternal sky, the closing meditation, life's return to the clouds. The winds carry the praise, flags and survival across the centuries. Every living soul, from the smallest beetles frozen in the down frost, to a snow leopard whose heart beat beneath 1,000 scars of stones, move to the same ancient rhythm, survive, endure, to be reborn. Beneath the cliffs, where the prayer flags tangle with the wind, it walks unseen. Every mouth must be fed. The softened touch in the snow, twin fires in a frozen world, tracing the scent of the blow. through the avalanche and silence. This is the circle of breath. The wind rises, the sky deepening to sapphire. The vulture begin their spiral dance. Life here is a cycle of breath, exhaled by the dying and inhaled by the living. And in the cold silence between those breaths, the mountain listens. They are hungry. They are the grace. They are the heartbeat of the mountain itself. When life here strikes, it is not the violence. It is the law of the peaks, the old exchange between life and the life. The land of the Brotherhood, on the open plateau, where the wind never rests, when the heart trembles the land. They act slow, ancient, unbending. Their breath stream like increasing in the morning chill. The wolf rise like a smoke from the frost. They speak to one another in howl, the message sent across mileage of empties. Each echo a thread in the fabric of survival. A family bonds not by the blood, but by the rhythm of hunger and kinship. When they hunt, the earth listens. When they rest, the land covers their scars. Here everyone might face the storm. The fangs and horns thunderclap the mountain. When it falls, the mountain eat, and the life continues in the bellies of others. In this land, the death is not the end. It is the returning. Month of silence. The sun finds them like a forgotten story. The herds fill the plateau. Their hooves tremble the land. The blessing of circle of life. This is the place when the sky and heaven bend toward the earth. And those are the mark, mirror the beauty, the masterpiece of heaven into the very earth. The clash of paradigms. The lives move, fast and slow, yet every motion is ancient. The language of survival, spoken through the muscle and patience, devours the leftover dreams of winter. In their eyes glimmers something eternal, the same flame that flickers in the sun. The world here is holding its breath. Frost clings to each blade of grass. 1,000 tiny mirrors remember the night. Nothing stays alone. Every movement is echoed by others. Every heartbeat finds the answer in the wind. The land of those who walk upon are bound by the old agreement, written not in the ink, but in the snow and bone and the silence. Where one breath ends, another begins. The cold carries it, the soil remembers it, the peaks keep its secret. Along the slope, shadows gather, not in fear, but in rhythm. The ground speaks through pressure. The sky answers through light. Above, a veil of mist drifts like a thought, as if the mountain is dreaming. Down below, the earth exhales, and the chorus rises without a single word. Hunger and abundance dance like two ancient spirits. They never met, yet they always follow. Where the land cracks, life seeps in. Where the wind's hardness, warmth finds a vessel. In this high realm, survival is not a conquest, it is a choreography. The white ridge, burned with light, shadows trench along, soft as breath. Every ripple in the snow is a message. Every gust of wind, a verse. Every silence, an agreement older than time. The moves here is to listen. To survive here is to belong. Nothing asks permission to live, and yet everything moves in respect. The soil accepts the weight of passing steps. The wind carries the scent of unseen. The sky shelters what the earth cannot hold. And as sleep settles over the high world, the cycles breathe once more, no louder, not quieter, just eternal.